All right, we are talking all things fresh and delicious with Raw Chef Jane this morning here in our studio kitchen. She's got a rainbow of colors, including your outfit. I always love your combinations.
Well, yeah, it's kind of springy. It's funny because I looked outside at my garden to see what was blooming, you know, and what colors are blooming, and I have some pale pink, and of course there's a lot of greenery around, and you know, this was the color of the day, so this is it.
It's very watermelon-ish.
Yeah, it is.
Green,
oh, I know. We just had a watermelon a couple of weeks ago. It was very good. Oh my goodness, but you know, that doesn't last long in our house. Really, so today I'm making a spinach dip. Now, one of the nice things about this is, of course, there's no dairy in it.
Right.
There's not going to be anything to spoil. Okay, so if you make this for a picnic, a barbecue or something, whatever, you can use vegetables as I'm going to be using here, crackers and I have some crackers that I've made as well. You can use it however you want to do it. I have some jalapeno peppers. I'm going to put some of the spinach dip in that. You can make it a little thinner if you wanted to have a little, you know, different texture. We'll see what this comes out like. I'm not really sure, but you
That's
can
what I love about
never
Jane.
know.
She's very honest.
Yeah, you can do anything with this, and what's really nice about it, of course, is that you can leave it out. If you leave it out in the bright sun, it's not going to spoil.
That's nice.
Okay, there's no dairy, there's nothing in it that's going to turn to something else or going to spoil or make it sour.
You don't have to be uneasy, you don't have to worry.
So that's kind of nice, and I like that part. That's what I like about a lot of my food, is that you don't have to worry about it spoiling if it's out in a picnic or in a barbecue or something like that, or you know, you're just sitting out in your backyard and you're just lazing around on a Sunday afternoon, and this is it. So what I have in here in my food processor, I have 2 cups of cashews. I have a package of dill. You know those packets that you get in the supermarket of the herbs? They have them hanging up usually. Yeah. This is a package of dill. My dill in my garden is just starting to come up. So I'm not able to use that. My cilantro is going crazy in my garden, but the dill hasn't come up that much yet. So I have my dill in here. I have a small clove of garlic, which is also from my garden. And Amy is going to be so kind as to squeeze this rest of the lemon in here. I have 2 lemon juice of 2 lemons in there. Now when we squeeze our lemon, you see how this is shaped. You think that it goes in this way, okay? But it doesn't. It goes in with the cut side down because you want the holes, the juice to come out of the holes. So
you taught me how to use this several years ago.
Yep, well I've been on.
You said you were
8 years I've been on the show.
Anniversary.
Thank you. I'm starting my 9th year today on the show, which is amazing to me. We can just put that right down here. And I've already put in my salt and pepper in there and a little bit of water. So what I'm going to add to this now would be about 2 cups of spinach. And you want the spinach to be fairly well packed.
Okay.
Okay.
Pushing it down.
Well, I squished it down to make sure that it was, you know, the amount that I wanted it to be before I came here. So we have that in there. I have my salt and pepper in there, lemon juice, garlic, dill, and this is it. Okay, a little bit of water. Now you can add a little more water if you need to. This will thicken up if you make this the day before or so. Don't be afraid that if you put it into the refrigerator, it's a thick, you know, it gets really thick. It does, it will, because your cashews are going to absorb some of that water. And that's what, if you've seen my cheesecake and such, and that's why the texture is the way it is, because the cashews absorb the water and it thickens it up. Okay, and that's why I don't soak my cashews first, because that can make things a little too watery for my taste. So this is what's in here. We added a little water. If you have to add a little more water, you can do that. And as I was saying, like the next day, if you make it the day before and you have it in the refrigerator and it's too thick for you, just put a little more water in it, mix it up. No problem.
Ready to go.
Yeah.
And what I love about this, there's no guilt. Think about everything that you put in here. It's all good for us. We've got the cashews and the fresh lemon.
Oh, yeah.
Spinach. Okay, so we're going to blend this up and you're going to show us how to serve it multiple different ways, including these big, beautiful tomatoes.
Yes, from Green Pasture Farms. I love my friend Merle over there grows the most beautiful tomatoes. And these are peppers, too, from his farm.
Oh, he has the best farm.
Oh, yeah.
We featured him on Fields and Farms. Hello to him, and I'm sure everything is coming in wonderfully. Of course, he has it all year long. So
it's amazing.
Blessed. All right, for more information on this recipe and many more, you can visit her website, rawchefjane.com. You can also find her on Facebook, even Twitter and Instagram for more.